Hello, warm welcome to you all, and you are welcome to this YouTube channel. If you are coming across this video by chance, probably by YouTube recommendation, I'm telling you, believe me, you are on to one of the best YouTube channels when it comes to teaching English grammar. If I were you, I'm going to subscribe to the channel right away and turn on the notification bell, because there is a lot of stuff to learn on this channel. So in today's video, we shall be talking about pronouns. We begin with the definition of pronouns. What is a pronoun? A pronoun is a word that is used to replace a noun. Pronouns are usually used instead of nouns. Pronouns are very important in sentence construction. They are used to avoid unnecessary repetition of nouns that may make our sentences awkward or sound redundant. When we begin to repeat the same noun over and over again, you will realize that the sentence we are trying to construct, whether written or spoken, will become awkward because of too much repetition of nouns. So instead of repeating a noun over and over again, pronouns are then used instead of that particular noun. Let's look at this example. It's going to buttress what I'm trying to say. The first example: Samson is a boy. Samson has a dog. Samson's dog likes Samson. This sentence, if you listen to it very well again and again, you would realize that the sentence does not sound well because we repeated Samson about 4 times in one sentence. In order to avoid this, then we put a pronoun. Let's come to the second sentence. So in the first part of the sentence, we mentioned Samson. And the other part of the sentence where we are supposed to mention Samson, we replace Samson with the appropriate pronouns. So in the second sentence, Samson is a boy. He has a dog. So instead of saying Samson has a dog again, instead of repeating Samson the second time, we use the pronoun he. He has a dog. His dog likes him. Instead of saying Samson's dog likes Samson, we say his dog likes him. Samson is a boy. He has a dog. His dog likes him. You would realize that this sentence sounds better than the first one, in which Samson is repeated about 4 times. Other examples of pronouns include he, she, it, I. For the pronoun I, we must remember this. We usually write the pronoun I in capital letter, regardless of wherever it occurs in the sentence. Whether your pronoun I begins the sentence, in the middle, or wherever, always write the pronoun I in capital letter. So he, she, it, I, we, they, you, us, them, her, me, them, him, yourself, all, someone, and other examples. All these are examples of pronouns. Let's come to the types of pronouns. In this video, we are going to be looking at 9 different types of pronouns. So the first one is personal pronouns. The second one is possessive pronouns. The third one, indefinite pronouns. The fourth one, interrogative pronouns. The fifth one, relative pronouns. The sixth one, reciprocal pronouns. The seventh one, reflexive pronouns. The eighth one, intensive pronouns. And of course, the last one, the demonstrative pronouns. So we begin to look at each of these types of pronoun one after the other. So personal pronouns. These are pronouns that are used to refer to a speaker or the people or thing that a speaker is referring to. Of course, this definition may sound somehow complex for us, but then the second definition will help us better. They are pronouns that can be categorized into the first person, the second person, and the third person. This is the best way to describe personal pronouns. We can categorize personal pronouns to first person, second person, and the third person. Examples of personal pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, me, us, they, them, her, him, and the we. Let's come to the example in a sentence. I want to know if you saw him. I want to know if you saw him. In this particular example, we have 3 personal pronouns. I is the person who is talking, so I is the first person. I want to know if you You is the person whom the first person is talking to. So you is the second person pronoun. I want to know if you saw him. Him is the person they were talking about. So him is the third person pronoun. The next screen will give us better example. There is an illustration to help us better. So I is the first person, you is the second person, while him is the third person. Again, the first person is the person who is talking. Of course, if you are talking, you are speaking the English language, you use the pronoun I for yourself. If you are more than one, that is plural, you are going to use we. So I is the first person, the person who is talking. You is the second person, the person whom you are talking to, whom the first person is talking to, and him is an example of the third person. That is the person or the thing whom they were talking about. Now there is a table of personal pronouns. So at first, let's focus on the yellow part of the table, which is the singular. So if you look at persons, under persons you will see first person, second person, and the third person. The first person singular subject form is I. In subject case, I. In object case, it's me. So the first person singular is me in the object form, while it is I in the subject form. The second person I say is the person whom you are talking to, so is you, subject form, and you, object form. The third person, if it's male, we say he in the singular form. If it's female, we say she. And if it is a non-human, non-living thing, we say it. In the object form, he becomes him. In the object form, she becomes her, and it remains it. So take your time to look at this table very well. Study the table, analyze the table, so you can understand what I'm trying to say. Now, the yellow part of the table are examples of the personal pronoun in the singular form. Singular form. Let's come to the bottom in the pink part of the table. That is the plural form. So the first person is we. When you are talking and you are more than one, you are going to, of course, use the pronoun we for yourselves in the subject position. In the object case, you are going to use us. We, first person, plural, subject case. Us, first person, plural, object case. The second person under plural is you as subject and you as object. You will see that you is constant. It's both singular and it's both plural. It both occurs as the subject case and even the object case. Now let's come to the third person plural, they. So if he is more than one person, the plural is going to be they. If she is more than one person, the plural is still going to be they. And even it is more than one person, the plural is going to be they. So for more than one person, for more than one thing, whether living or non-living thing, the plural is always going to be they in the subject form, and in the object form, the plural is going to be them. Let's come to the next screen. Here we retain the table and we have some examples just below the table. Example A, we were given a piece of advice. We were given a piece of advice. We there is the first person plural pronoun. First person plural pronoun, because they were more than one, so he said we plural. Example B, she told me some things about you. She told me some things about you. She is the third person singular. She refers to the person whom they were talking about. Told me. Me is the object form of the first person singular. That is the object form. Me. She told me. Me here is the object of the verb told. Some things about you. Why you is the second person. It may be singular, it may be plural. Of course, it's the second person. Example C. Those chairs are damaged. You should repair them. Those chairs are damaged. You should repair them. So you is the person whom that person who is making the sentence is talking to. You should repair them. Why them is the plural object form of the chairs. No, we say those chairs at the beginning. Those chairs. So them at the end of the sentence refer to the chairs in the object form and in the plural form. So number 2, we have the possessive pronouns. These are pronouns that indicate ownership. These are pronouns that we use to show ownership, e.g., mine, yours, is, us, theirs, and its. Take note, in the possessive form, its, not it''s. It''s means something else. So when you are trying to use it in the possessive form, it is its, not it''s. Now, examples of possessive pronouns in sentences. Example A, those books are mine. Those books are mine. So mine here is a possessive pronoun. Of course, we can put the sentence in another way. We can say, those books are my books. But in this case, when we have my books, mine becomes a possessive adjective that is describing, that is modifying books. But then when we say those books are mine, we remove the whole of my books, a noun phrase, and we put a pronoun to replace the noun phrase, which is mine. Those books are mine. Example B, isn't that bag yours? So yours is a possessive pronoun. The new house is theirs. Theirs, possessive pronoun. This friend of yours can be very tricky. This friend of yours can be very tricky. So yours here is a possessive pronoun. Number 3, indefinite pronouns. These are pronouns that do not refer to specific nouns. And that's why we call them indefinite, because they do not refer to specific things, to specific human beings, to a specific anything. They refer to non-specific things, non-specific human beings. That's why we call them indefinite. Example, anyone, somebody, someone, anything, anybody, nobody, all, none, several, everyone, everything, one, nothing, so etc. All these are examples of indefinite pronouns. Let's come to the examples in sentences. I called, but no one responded to my call. I called, but no one responded to my call. So no one in this sentence is an indefinite pronoun. Example B, somebody took my new jacket. Somebody took my new jacket. Somebody is not definite, it's not specific. We don't know the exact person. We know someone took it, but we don't know the exact person. We do not know the specific person. So we say somebody. It is an indefinite pronoun. Example C, I've got something to tell you. I've got something to tell you. Here, something is not specific. Something is an indefinite pronoun. So we shall stop the video here at this point. This will be the end of the part 1 of the lesson on pronouns. The link to the second part of this lesson will be dropped in this video's description. Kindly check it out so we can continue the lesson on pronouns together. Thank you.